And my name is Squid, and we're back again with another ORAS Wi-Fi battle. This is going to be our second battle against the King Granbull. If you didn't see our first battle, I'll put a link to that in the description below, along with a link to his channel and his Twitter, so I suggest you go check him out. He's got some good stuff. Now, into the battle. At this point, he asked for another battle because the audio on our first battle did not go over well on his side. It like lagged at some point, so he asked for another battle, and I was like, I'm always down for battles, man, so just ask whenever. I'm totally cool with that. Now, this battle, he didn't tell me until like we were just about to start the battle that he didn't have a lot of Pokemon, so only switched up his team a little bit. So returning Pokemon are going to be his Metagross, his P2, and his Fortress. So I didn't know that until like the challenge was already sent, so I just put together a whole bunch of stuff. I wanted to use Mega Beedrill. Weavile I'll definitely bring with me just for any kind of dragon types, like I've said before. I'm bringing Flygon with me because I have faith that Flygon is finally going to be almost viable this gen, because he gets one particular move. I'm not going to reveal it yet, and you're not going to see it in this battle, but at some point you're going to see Habermeal, my Flygon, do some work. Once again, I am bringing my defensive K-Snake 789 Steelix with me. I'm also bringing myself, my little Squidprints, my Tentacruel, and I'm bringing Electros. And also things I want to watch out for his team, because I didn't know if he was going to bring Mega Sceptile this time, or if he was going to continue to use Mega Metagross, so I didn't know which one of those was going to be which. Also, Quagsire is great defensive wall, but I do have Grass Knot, so I want to get that going. And Electros is also... Actually, Electros is very viable, because he also takes down the Crawdaunt, the Quagsire, and the Fortress, along with the Sceptile, and I can hit the Metagross for super effective damage. So let's get right into this battle. Now, predicting him to lead with his Fortress, because I'm sure he wants to get his rocks up, I'm going to lead with my Electros, because I do carry Flamethrower on there. So, predicting him to be able to take any one hit and set up his Stealth Rocks, that's what he's going to do, and I'm going to come at him with a Flamethrower, and see what that happens. By the way, as I forgot, music in the background brought to you by Blunted Beats. So go check them out. I'll probably put their link in the description below as well, because I love their beats. Now, I'm going to knock him down to his Sturdy, and I'm going to U-turn out now, and I run U-turn because I don't want any kind of ground type to come in and stop my Volt Switch, because I always want to get Switch Initiative. So I'm going to end up going for the U-turn as he goes into his P2 to absorb my Thunderbolt and or my Flamethrower, which he could take very well, because I'm sure he's probably specially defensive, or he probably just has special attack investment. So I'm going to go into K-Snake here, and I want to set up my Stealth Rocks. I'm going to have Leftovers come back and put me back to full health, so my Sturdy is going to be intact, and he's going to withdraw his P2 here, and he's going to end up going into his Quagsire to wall me to no end, because Quagsire walls Steelix, and then can attack with super effective Scalds. So I'm going to set up my Stealth Rocks, because I want my rocks up on his side, but I don't want his rocks on my side. So the only viable option is to go into myself, my own little Squid, and I do carry Rapid Spin on this. Now I'm running max speed. Like, this is an offensive Tentacruel, which I'm a big fan of, because it takes a lot of people by surprise. He's actually going to Scald me and Burn me, but I am running 3 attacks on here. I'm running Rapid Spin, Ice Beam, Sludge Wave, excuse me, and Scald. So he doesn't want to stay expecting some kind of either Scald or a Sludge Wave or something like that. So he's going to switch into his P2, which reminds me, well, that makes me think that he's definitely some kind of special defense. I'm also running Clear Body on this for Rapid Spin support, so that if Sticky Web is up, I'm not going to lose my speed, and I can still get rid of that Sticky Web with being at base 100. So I will be able to outspeed most things. So now what's going to happen is I really don't have too much of a need for myself anymore, since my Stealth Rocks are up and he doesn't have a Spin or a Defiler on his side, and the Fortress is going to die on re-entry, so my hazards are going to stay and he can't set them up anymore. So I end up going for the Scald. I am going to score a burn, which is very nice, but the only bad part is he's going to be able to recover, slow me down, and pretty much wait for me to die. So I'm just going to continue to switch up my moves. I'm going to go for Sludge Waves in case he wants to make any kind of switches, or just keep going for Scalds pretty much until I have been defeated and knocked down, and I could get a free switch into whatever Pokemon that I would choose to. Now, I am going to recover a little bit more with the Black Sludge, and then take a little bit more burn damage, and I will be alive for one more turn, to which I will be able to get off one more attack, but that's pretty much going to be irrelevant because he can just recover off any kind of damage that I will end up doing to him. But the good news is the burn is going to be there to stay, so that will force him into some positions to where he will have to recover instead of attack, but that's going to be for later on. And now finally Squid is going to go down, and I will get a free switch into whichever Pokemon I choose to go into. Now, seeing as P2 is out there, I figured that my best option at this point is to go into, there she is, Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers of Danger. We are going to go into this. We are going to get a Mega Evolution off, and I will be able to go for a knockoff. Now, I wanted to go for knockoff because I want that Weavile gone, and if he did choose to switch out at any point, something is going to lose its item, and if he did want to bring the Metagross in, that would end up being super effective regardless, even though the Mega Stone will not be knocked off. So I do get a knockoff off, and I will get rid of the leftovers, and now I'm going to end up going for a U-turn because I don't want him to stay in here and let him go for a Scald and then, you know, burn me, because that's the last thing I want to deal with, is a burned Wu-Tang clan. So now I'm going to U-turn out. I'm going to go into Shock Top. Now, the only reason that I would ever want to go into Shock Top screams at the top of its lungs that I have Grass Knot. Now, he probably knew that, and I was going to go for it anyway just in case he predicts me to over-predict here. And he's going to end up going into his P2, which is going to eat this hit up deliciously, which is good for him, bad for me. So now I don't want to I don't want to be in this situation. He's going to trace my Levitate, but that's not really a problem or anything. He's just going to be able to dodge any kind of Earthquake attack, which I'm not going to be attacking it with anyway. So now he's actually going to make a really nice play here, and he's actually going to switch out into his Death Fodder, and which is going to be his Fortress. That's going to die. Nothing is going to happen on my turn because my U-turn is not going to hit anything because nothing's going to be there, and that's actually going to rack up another turn of poison, and then he will be able to get a free switch into any Pokemon that he chooses, and this Pokemon that he's going to choose is going to be his Sceptile. Now at this point I was really hoping to see Mega Sceptile, but unfortunately it's not going to be, and we're going to see what kind of set this is right now. And he's going to end up going for a Giga Drain. I deeply was disappointed that there was no Mega Evolution, because I would have loved to see that, but that Giga Drain does not do as much as he hoped it would, because I am running max HP, max special attack with an Assault Vest. I will be able to attack him with a Flamethrower, and he does show me that he's Life Orbed, and I end up getting the 10% burn, which I don't think I've ever seen that before in any battle that I've been in, is Flamethrower getting a burn. I honestly didn't even know that was a secondary effect because of how uncommon that is of happening. So I'm pretty much going to die here because Toxic is bringing me down low enough. He's going to get his switch into his Mega Metagross, and he'll be easily allowed to just Mega Evolve and go for a Protect and get all of his stat boosts, his speed boost, and I will be down and out because Toxic is going to take my little Electros down. But I want to see how am I going to deal with this Metagross, because if he has Bullet Punch, that is going to punch a huge hole in my team, because my Weavile is weak to that. My Beedrill has really crappy defense. But here's where Flygon makes his mark. A, being able to take a Tough Claws Meteor Mash from a Mega Metagross and then retaliating with an Earthquake to do massive amounts of damage, almost OHKOing. Well, not really, but it does a very nice chunk of damage. I'd say about 75%. And then it's going to go down to another Meteor Mash. But I'm telling you right now, I tweeted out a while ago that Flygon is going to make its mark in 6th Gen for ORAS, and I'm sticking to that. One day, you guys are going to see Flygon is going to do it. So now, I'm going to bring in my Steelix here, my K-Snake, and I was going to go for an Earthquake because Steelix actually walls Metagross pretty well, as long as it doesn't carry like Earthquake or something. So I will go for an Earthquake, and that is going to be enough to take the Quagsire down from that amount of health. And now Crawdon's going to come in. Now at this point, I also still have my Sturdy intact. So I will be able to go for a nice Earthquake, see how much damage it does. He is going to go for a knockoff to get rid of my leftovers because he doesn't want to deal with that. And if it was Focus Sash, that is broken because the rocks are up and he was not able to get that away. This is my max HP, max defense Steelix. So my Earthquakes are not going to be doing as much as if I was running Adamant or so. And an Adaptability Waterfall is going to pretty much crush my life. Now I will be able to go into Catman Jones. Catman Jones is not here to play games. I was expecting an Aqua Jet, and I'm sure I could have taken that because I do have the HP investment, but he doesn't go for it, which I was kind of surprised at. I didn't know if he, honestly, I don't know what he was expecting there, but I'm able to take that down with a Brick Break, and now he sees that I have Brick Break. That is going to be super effective on the Porygon too, so I will be able to go for that and hit it for super effective damage, and that's just not going to be enough to take it out because it is P2 and it is bulky as all hell. He goes for a T-Bolt and could have been, you know, hopefully looking for some kind of power hack. It is a 10% chance, just like the Flamethrower, but we normally don't see that happen. Now, he is going to end up going into the Metagross, and I was expecting Bullet Punch here. I was scared for my life because, like I was saying before, the Bullet Punch would probably OHKO my Weavile. I'm not sure. It could have been a possibility, but I don't know if he was carrying or not, and I will be able to go for a Night Slash, which is going to be enough to end the game. Definitely a good battle once again, and stay tuned for more ORAS Poke battles. Comment question of the day that I would like to know is, do you think Flygon has what it takes to make it finally be one of the outstanding dragons, just like all the brothers that overshadow it? Do you think this is Flygon's gen to break through, even without a Mega Evolution? Leave your comments and all that other stuff in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Stay tuned for more battles. Bye!